everyone, Moise here back with another video, and today we are doing a makeover of the Roomie house. So starting off, we're starting with Zoe Patel, and I really like her look, but I think it's a little child plays with makeup vibes. So right now I'm trying to figure out how to do her makeup, and obviously I'm still going through that kind of bug where all of my makeup is only the first swatch, so that was very fun to do. But I gave her some eyes, and then I started looking through the hair. The hair takes an hour of my life away because I literally clicked through every single hair to find the closest to a brown swatch as I could, and I found a few decent ones that we find later on that we're using, but in the beginning it was a little rough and I was like almost gonna go for a hair that I hated, and I actually start going for it in the beginning until I found one of these hairs that actually was a mix of like Maxis and Alpha hairstyle, and I was like, perfect, we're just gonna use that because nothing else was working out to the way I wanted it to. Then it came to her outfits. I really wanted her to have something that matched the original style, and I had a similar dress in Alpha that I liked, but it just wasn't fitting the vibes that I had for her with this new hairstyle. So I went through all of my custom content outfits and I found this really cute yellow summer dress, and I thought that would be perfect. It still fits in her aesthetic, but it's a little bit, I think, nicer on her. And then I also went and saw if I could add any sort of jewelry, change up the makeup. Of course the rings are adding a few glitches, but it's Sims 4 and the rings do that all the time, so we're just gonna pretend that we don't see it until I delete it. We're going through the hair montage again. I know you all were missing it, so I thought, why not do it one more time? And we ended up with this very straight hair, which I hated, so it will change at the end. But right now, for her formal, I think that she's not really like a super dressy sim, so I got her this like very simple dress because I looked at her traits and I was like, she's childish, she's clumsy, she wouldn't wear something that's so extravagant, and so I thought something cute but not super dressy works for her. And then it came to her athletic wear. In her athletic wear, I kept it very simple. I never really super changed my Sims athletic wear because it's athletic wear. It's not super simple, super crazy. It's literally them go for a jog or the gym. It's a Sim. It's not going to change anything. And then we went to her night clothes. I literally tried to keep everything in the same categories as well. And I found that cute two-piece, and I was like, a cute little pajama set for her. And then I started looking at her party wear. This point, I thought that her face shape was looking a little weird. I don't know why her face looks a little odd, but I did go in and fix her lips a little bit, and I'm going to fix her face shape a little bit later because I was just looking at her and I was like, you look a little odd, and I don't know why she looks a little odd. And then I looked for some blush. I think she's one of the Sims that looks nice with blush. It really just highlights her face a little bit more. And then I went and I got her party wear. I tried to keep in the jumpsuit family just because I felt that it would be fitting. I wasn't really liking many of the options, but I just chose one that I thought would work the best. And then I was like, maybe we forget the jumpsuit altogether, and then I went for a dress, and I like the dress. It is fancier than her footwear, but maybe that's just the life she lives. We don't know her, it's her business. And then we went into her swimwear. In her swimwear, I decided to give her low rise bathing suit bottoms, and I hate low rise, so it was a moment for me, but I think she looks cute in it. I just personally, those are a little too low rise for me, but it fits her frame and I think she looks nice in it. Enter her little summer wear. I was trying to figure out what makeup to do again. I was starting to go back to just some of the ones that looked good on her originally because I think that was just the best bet. And then I gave her these really cute shorts and a cute crop top. She looks really nice in a lot of tops, and I wasn't sure what style to choose for her, so I literally tried almost every single top, but that's fine. I ended up on this really cute monochrome look that I would totally wear, and I love that for her. And then I went back and I changed her hair, thank goodness, to the one I just like a lot more, and it looks so much better. And then I went back to her winter wear, and I was like, okay, why is she wearing a long dress? I will never know. and then I was like, let's just find something basic. I use this piece a lot with the jacket, so I thought let's give her overalls because I thought she would look cute in overalls. I feel like it fits her aesthetic, it fits her vibe. And then I just decided to be done, and I went to the next member of the Roomies household. So Michael was actually one of the easier Sims for me to work on. I knew what I wanted to use on him, I knew the hair, but obviously it's me, so I tested out every single style possible before I came to the final decision that the original idea for him that I had was a good one. And yeah, I really like the way he turns out. I gave him this nice like swoopy hair because I feel like it was similar to Sims Max's hair. I always forget Max's and Alpha, but then I went and gave him some eyes. I sometimes forget to give Sims eyes like in the last video, but when I do, I feel like it just makes them look a little bit more real. It adds more red in their eyes and it adds like this little sparkle that I really like. I also changed up his eyebrows, and then I went to his outfits and I wanted to keep his aesthetic, but it was really hard. So unfortunately some of his aesthetic does change while I'm CCing him up, but I did try to keep him as close to his original style as I could. As you're seeing again, it was very simple to go through him because I feel like he doesn't have such a convoluted style. His style is very like straightforward and basic, so I didn't really have to think much about what I was going to do to him. I just kind of knew right away what to do. So I hope you all like him. I know like I'm not the best at like CCing up male Sims, but I did try to give them a little bit more of their personality, but just utilizing my custom content that I have in game, and it was fun. It was a little challenging sometimes. It was a little bit, but as we can see now, I'm kind of just like flying through Mitchell. I called him Michael earlier, didn't I? That's a issue for my brain because I can't read. Then I went and I started looking at hats, and I was like, he would look really cute in a beret, but I didn't know if the beret was too much. So let me know down below if I should add that red beret back on, or if I should have made that decision to not have the beret on him at all, because honestly, not sure. I thought it looked cute, but I was also like, am I doing way too much by putting him in a beret? Not sure. Now we're in his party wear. I told you we fly through his looks. His looks were so simple, and I think it's because he's a slob. I was like, I don't think he'd take much care into his appearance. He'd literally choose the first thing of his closet, and so I tried to just be very straightforward. I did edit his tattoos a little bit because I like that he has tattoos. I made him probably my most hairy sim of all the Sims in this household. I do go back in and add some hair on Zoe or from earlier. It's nothing super dramatic, it's just on her arms because I felt like that was a good added detail. All right, summer looks. So summer looks, again, I wanted to keep him very simple. I feel like, again, he'd be very like untucked in his outfits. He wouldn't really care to like tuck in his shirt. He wouldn't want to put much effort into it. So I kept him very like straightforward to the point. And I think we did a good job on him. I think all his looks make sense. And so then I move into everyone's favorite, Jay Huntington III, and I do end up making him a dirty blonde because I just feel like he gives blonde energy, so I wanted to make him blonde. I also very much emphasize his bone structure because I feel like he'd be that kind of dude, and he's very smiley in the beginning, but I don't feel like Jay Huntington III would smile. I feel like he would like smolder, he would smirk at you, but so I was like, not sure. So I do end up playing a little bit with his features, especially because his lips look really tight in the beginning, and I wanted to adjust that. And then his eyes were very open and wide, and I was like, he would never just have his eyes like that. He, again, smolder, smirk at you, so I wanted to keep that aesthetic. And then now we're starting to go through a million different hairstyles, and I liked a lot of hairstyles on him, so what I decided to do was give him different hairstyles per outfit, and then I end up going back on that a little bit because I felt like some hairs were just a little too dramatic for him. But yeah, so right now you see I have a lot of CC hair, but not exactly the dirty blonde I want. So we're just gonna work with what we have. We're currently working on adding it into all of his different styles because I wanted to try to remember the hairs that I liked. I wanted to add the hairs before I did anything else. And as you can see, they're very different. I think they're kind of fun that they're different because I don't normally do that on a sim. And then I wanted to make sure that they all fit with each other. So I did a quick look over and then I started changing his outfits. Why was this man wearing leather pants? I have no idea. I don't know. So we're just going to change it. This look I think is so much nicer. It's more like chill, but like very much like he woke up in the morning and he stood there and was like, what am I wearing today? And I want to add some accessories. I added some socks, did little things that I normally would never do. I gave him very long eyelashes. I just felt like he'd have long eyelashes that were I don't know why. For Jay Huntington I had like a vision, but I had a vision. And then I like that he wore glasses sometimes, so I wanted to lean into that. So I did add in some glasses as you saw earlier, and then I started going back and fixing the rest of his outfits. For his formal wear, I went with this very like dark outfit. I don't know why he gave me Christian Grey when I gave him that very dark suit, but that was the vibes. And then I went into his athletic wear and I was like, okay, I kind of hate the glasses on him. I kind of hate the hair. Do I change it? I actually don't remember, so we'll all find out. He gives very military in his gym attire, but then I realized in the CC that I accidentally gave him breast, so I had to like go back in and figure out which of the CC gave him that because I actually did not remember. Ended up being one of the male skin overlays, interestingly enough, so I just changed it to another one. And then I edited his party wear, and in his party wear I wanted him to have this top, but I don't know if it was fitting the vibes, so I was like, maybe if the jeans fit then the top will fit, but it didn't. So I went and changed it to this kind of like overall top, and I love this. I love this look on him, like honestly 10 out of 10. And then in his swimwear I just gave him like a speedo, and then I was like, you're done. And I went back through and added body hair to everyone else, and then I updated his hot weather wear. I was gonna say his summer wear, but his hot weather wear, I really like it. It gives me very like beachy vibes. He gives me surfer bro. Every outfit change for him gives me a new aesthetic, and I love that for him because I feel like he'd be one of those guys. And then for his winter wear, I wanted to give him a coat, maybe a scarf. I was like, ooh, he gives me scarf, but I wasn't sure about the scarf, so let me know what you all think. If you don't like the scarf, I can always change it, but I think I ended up with a turtleneck because I was like, scarf wasn't given, but the turtleneck was giving. And now we're at Gavin, and Gavin was actually really fun and quick to edit as well. I feel like Gavin was the easiest one to do because he has a very specific style, so all I had to do was take his specific style and make it CC, so that was very quick and I didn't require much brain power. I didn't have any like curly beards, so I ended up using just kind of a more standard straight one that was light enough that it wouldn't draw too much attention, that it didn't fit with his afro texture. And then for his hair, I left the base game hair that they have on him just because I knew that the ones I had, I only had like twists and braids and things that I feel like he wouldn't have, so I left him with his original hair. I gave him some 2D lashes, and then I started working with his aesthetic, changing his glasses, changing his eyes, doing the whole 10 yards for him. I like that he had a do-rag for his hot weather wear, so I wanted to add it to his night wear as well because my cousin does that too, so I thought it'd be kind of cute and funny. And then as you see, it's very easy to choose his outfits because he really just usually wears a suit, and I think the hardest part of choosing his outfits was finding matching shoes with only using a first kind of color swatch. Other than that, he was very quick and simple, and at times I was like, maybe he wants a little odd shoe moment, let him have it. But yeah, he always wears just kind of these one pieces, and I feel like maybe the Sims, they were kind of going through my mental state of like, okay, we've literally been making these Sims for hours, let's just kind of give him some one pieces to make the process faster. But in his nightwear, I wanted him to have a nicer aesthetic, so I did go through that real quick. And then as you all can see, now we're at the party wear. I thought he'd have a little like more of a groovy vibe, so I love that shirt on him. but I wasn't sure about it, so I do go through some options, but I do think I end up with that shirt. And then we go to his swimwear, we go to his hot weatherwear. He was such an easy sim to make. Like, thank goodness that he just had such a specific style that all I had to do was take it and adapt it, because honestly, it was a saving grace at this point in the game. Sorry if you guys still hear that screeching or you hear any of my neighbors and stuff. Again, I'm not used to this mic as well, so I really hope that you all have the nice audio. I do edit this dog, just its eyes, because its eyes were like kind of creeping me out. So I think the eyes that I did are much nicer, and this dog is so cute. I took a picture of it with my phone to try to figure out the breed, and it was either like a beagle type dog or they said toy dog, and I was like, sure. If you know the actual breed, let me know down below, but that's just what I called it, like a toy beagle or something, because I just needed to save it as a breed to exit the game. And here is all the looks, here are all the sims. They look great, stunning. I wanted to look at preferences, but since my game's a little bugged right now, I couldn't do that. But here is everyone. Anyway, if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.